Peter, very many congratulations, double world champion. How was last night?
Uh, Last night it was obviously busy with loads of interviews and stuff like that. But the night itself, obviously got back here, just had had a like a pot noodle and a nice cup of tea. That was just what I was looking forward to. You know, I don't need to celebrate by having drinks stuff like that. That was just nice, just put my feet up, calm down, and then get myself to bed.
Did you get any sleep at all?
Sleep, I didn't. I didn't have a lot of sleep. I thought I'd sleep quite easily, to be honest. I thought get there and I just all the adrenaline, everything started to come out, and I was just like, and it's just like whizzing around in my head and everything, like going, "You've done it again, you know, well done." And it's just like I'm just telling myself, "Go to sleep, will you?" But I couldn't. You know, I had about, I think, maybe 2.5 hours. So I'm looking forward to get some sleep soon.
And what a final, and what an achievement. How does it compare to winning the first time?
Obviously, winning it the first time is, you know, every dart player's dream, and people might say you're lucky, you know, to win it once and stuff like that. But to go and win it again, over the moon, and just gives you that belief. Yeah, you can do it again and again, but it's not that easy.
If you do it again, you got 3 with Michael van Gerwen. How realistic is more?
I believe, yeah, I think there's more in the tank, but obviously I've got to improve this year because everyone else is going to improve. So, you know, just keep on improving, keep practicing, and just keep focused.
What was key to this final win? Because it didn't start in spectacular fashion, and he was on the charge. And in the 10th, it was looking like he might take control. But where was the key to winning the final, do you think?
The key was I was telling myself off most of the match, and you should never ever do that, and I was doing it. So I actually, you know, I just told myself off in the break. Went, that's it. No telling yourself off. Just get up there, relax, because my shoulder was moving too much, my head was moving too much. So the release on the dart was. That's why they weren't going where I wanted them to go, and then obviously that started to settle. And then they started going straight.
And talk about the strange atmosphere you were referring to in the Ali Palais, the air that was circulating around.
Yeah, well, at the beginning of the match, obviously getting everybody in and stuff like that, and then obviously security, you know, must be closing some of the doors and stuff like that to stop, you know, drafts going up there. But obviously, it must have trapped some air in the place, and then obviously it just circles around because it's got nowhere to go, and obviously it was coming across the stage, and it's just like blowing both our darts at the time, you know. Yeah, we obviously had a word with the referee, you know, and but it all settled down.
What did you say to Michael at the end? Because he's got this record now of not winning the finals. Do you think he's going to cross the line and get there?
Yeah, but I had that record as well, you know, against MVG and Phil Taylor and Gary Anderson and stuff like that. I had that record. It's, you know, I said, you know, you're going to be a world champion. Don't tear yourself off. I said to him, just keep focused, keep going what you're doing, because you're not doing a lot wrong.
Yeah. How did the final compare to beating Anderson, do you think?
Oh well, that's what I'm saying about the match. It's like I had no control over the darts mentally, but in Gary's game, I felt like I could put them in, and it's great when it feels like that. Obviously, I thought that game was a lot better. That was a really tough game, and I think that put me in good stead to go on and win it.
Yeah, and you really got on a roll in the end on the final 10 legs. I mean, that was sensational.
Yeah, I was just, you know, I said to myself, right, you need 9 legs, not the sets. Just play them 9 legs in your head, and that's what I done, and just focused on that.
He had more 180s than you. His average was better than yours too. But what does it say about the sport that you came through?
It's, you know, he had the best 2 180 hitters going against each other. Obviously, I'm disappointed in the amount of 180s I hit, but that was only down to because I didn't feel comfortable, and they weren't going right for me. But I still managed to hit 17 180s. Michael hit 24, so it's not as if we played bad, but we both can play a lot better than that, and hopefully in the future, me and Michael play again in the final. It'll be a lot closer and loads more big high scores.
You had to contend too with a fairly hostile crowd. I mean, how was that?
That doesn't bother me at all. I knew the crowd was going to be like that. Yeah, it's part of darts, and you just get on with it and just try to ignore it, or just focus on your job. You shouldn't be listening to what they're saying anyway. They're just having fun. Obviously some of them can get out of order, but you just got to block it out and deal with it.
But great to have fans back, and overall the whole thing was a storming success, wasn't it?
Yeah, and hopefully everyone's been safe, who's been to the darts, and really enjoyed it. We've enjoyed having them back, and obviously we saw Wales and Scotland tighten up, and lucky enough darts that wasn't infected, so that was really good.
Some big names I had to withdraw, of course. Michael van Gerwen. Do you feel in any way that the achievement was undermined because some of the big names weren't there at the end?
No, not really, but it was down to each player themselves to be safe and look after, try not to catch COVID, and unfortunately they did, and but we managed to stay away from and not catch it, so there was no reason for them not to.
Yeah, sure. And £500,000, how do you spend that kind of money?
I don't. Joe will. As long as he can buy me a couple pairs of box shorts to make some lucky ones for darts and some new socks, I'll be happy with that.
Nothing more extravagant you're going to treat yourself to?
No, not at all. Don't want. No. I just love playing darts, and that's it. And just trying to win titles, and that's Joe's given me that chance to to live my dream. So I'm happy with that.
And I guess you want to win the Premier League too, starting very soon.
Yeah, looking forward to the Premier League, and hopefully it won't be behind closed doors, and really looking forward to that. Having all the fans going all around the country. Looking forward to it.
Just take us back though to the title clinching dart. What are your memories of that, going for that 32?
It's always thinking, don't miss, don't miss. And I'm glad that it went in first dart. I didn't muck around, and obviously let Michael come back into the match.
That must have been some feeling seeing that one sink in there.
Yeah, it was like right in the middle as well, which is really, really good.
Fantastic. And just on the trophy behind you, what does it mean to be sitting in front of that again?
Just to have it back home again, that is brilliant, and just going to have my name on it twice as well, and I'm going to have a photo with the match play, the Worlds and the Players' Championships one, and obviously the World Cup this year. So that'd be a nice photo, which what I've won this year. So,
just finally, a message to Michael this morning. What would you say to him?
Don't beat yourself up, mate. You're a quality player, and just keep your head up.